What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're diving into an Orzhov deck in the standard 2021 format, and this is going to have some amazing power with it. Not only do we have Vito allowing us to deal damage off the life we've gained, we have Lurrus allowing us to play all of our 2 CMC permanents back to the battlefield whenever they leave, you know, whether it's us or our opponent causing it. So this is a super amazing deck. It's super low to the ground in manners of CMC, and it makes it really interesting come those mid to late games when you have a whole lot of decisions and you have the Lurrus down and you're wondering, what do I bring back and play? And you know, how do I draw more cards? How do I get in with this Vito to heal enough, to deal enough, to finish my opponent? It's got so many factors with it, and it's really all about in your decision making with the deck, right? So diving right into the deck, and by the way, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to like and most importantly subscribe and hit that bell icon. I love it, YouTube loves it, everyone in the world loves it, you should do it. Anyways, Ousted of Life's Bounty, this is a little 1/1 enchantment card, and it's so beautiful because it allows you to give protection to your Lurrus, and then with Lurrus you can play Ousted back and continue giving protection to Lurrus, and you know, same thing with Vito and yada yada yada. Moving us along, we have Archfiend's Vessel, a little 1/1 creature that, again, you bring it back with Lurrus, and now you have a 5/5 demon. Isn't it funny the way the world works? No, but the 1/1 Lifelinger is nice because you can throw something like All That Glitters on it and sort of build into it and deal damage and all that and feel good about yourself. Your opponent goes and removes it, then you get your Lurrus down, and now you can either replay the All That Glitters and make another creature high priority, right? Something like a Hateful Eidolon that also has lifelink. Or you can replay the Archfiend's Vessel, and now you have a 5/5 black demon down, and you can try to give it Eternal Thirst, which gives it lifelink. So there's a lot of different, like I said, plays and interactions and all this kind of stuff when what you're going to be trying to find the most amount of damage. Next up, we have 2 copies of Dead Weight, which is going to allow you to remove your opponent's creatures. Alongside that, we do have 3 copies of Mire's Grasp, so kind of, you know, -3, -3, -2, -2. And the beautiful thing is we can continue to play them with Lurrus. If that wasn't enough, how about Hateful Eidolon? So every time we kill a creature with Dead Weight or Mire's Grasp, Hateful Eidolon is going to draw us a card. Not to mention the fact that also, if, like we mentioned earlier, our Archfiend has an All That Glitters or whatever attached to it, we're also going to get to draw cards off of those. Serrated Scorpion is a little 1/2, but it's a beautiful body up against the mono red aggro decks that you're inevitably going to see. Not to mention the fact that whenever it dies, it deals 2 and heals 2, and if you have Vito down, then it deals 4 and heals 2, which is insane value for a 1-mana card, right? All the Glitters we've talked about extensively. Hallowed Priest, this is kind of like the replacement for a Johnny's Pride Mate, right? 2 mana for a 1/1 instead of a 2/2, but same effect. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Hallowed Priest, so a little bit easier to kill, but you know, generally if something's going to kill a 2 health creature, it's going to kill a 1 health creature, and rarely ever will you see spells that only deal 1 damage being run in actual ranked play, right? Maybe in limited, I guess, I don't know. Eternal Thirst is one of the newer cards brought to us from the beginner set or whatever. It gives your creature lifelink, which is really huge whenever you have an All That Glitters available to you, right? And things like Hallowed Priest that don't innately have lifelink, that is just absolutely bonkers. Furthermore, it's going to allow you to build up the creature that has Eternal Thirst on it. You know, whenever your opponent's creature dies, you have Heartless Act, you have Mire's Grasp, you have Dead Weight, you have plenty of ways to remove your opponent's creatures, and if that's not enough, you know, you just swing all your creatures at them and remove them that way. Anyways, 2 copies of Heartless Act, like I just said, for removal. Mire's Grasp, we talked about its removal. Heliod is going to be able to give any creature lifelink. Also, it's a 5/5 indestructible. It gives counters to creatures. Again, it's a beautiful enchantment. Bastion of Remembrance is actually an interesting one because, again, since we're playing a Lurrus deck and we're playing a Vito, and we do have a lot of 3-drops in this deck, there's one thing that I would actually kind of recommend is either choosing between Bastion or Heliod. You don't need both, but both do work very well in combination with the Vito and in their own regards, right? Since we have some low to the ground creatures that sometimes don't end up dealing a whole lot of damage, Bastion of Remembrance is a great way, if they keep getting picked off and keep dying, to slowly take your opponent down. Now, Heliod, vice versa that, right? It's a great way to build up a creature, get it really big, and swing in and get that big old finale finish or whatever. Vito, though, is for sure one of the main key pieces in this deck. 3 mana for a 1/3 that reads, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Hence why we're using things like Eternal Thirst, All That Glitters, and trying to build up our lifelinkers, or, you know, with Eternal Thirst, turn them into lifelinkers. Next up, we have Demonic Embrace just in here as a one-off. I don't recommend throwing it in too heavily, but Again, it gives your creatures flying, it gives them +3/+1 stat line. You throw that on an Ouslitter and it just went from a 1/1 to a flying 4/4 lifelinker. Right? That's crazy. And they remove your Ouslitter, and then you can still play the Demonic Embrace back down onto, you know, whatever else we need it. Lurrus, we've talked about, it's 3/2, lifelink, all that stuff, real nice. And then of course, since we're playing so many enchantments and all that, Archon of Sun's Grace just makes perfect sense. It has lifelink, it gives us Pegasus, the other Pegasus, lifelink, you know, it's a solid body. So all in all, a very, very fun deck. And if you're into Lifegain, this is the perfect deck for you. I had so much fun while playing it. And well, I won't spoil anything, but you'll see in the matches. Anyways, these little extra cards over here, A Lot of Hope is a very cheap card that can help you pull off some cool things with Vito, and if you choose to go for Speaker of the Heavens, it's a great way to get to that 27 life that you need to start proccing angels. We have Speaker of the Heavens in here because I know some people aren't too keen on Archfiends and they prefer Speaker, so I just want to say I feel you, you know, I understand. But Archfiends is cheaper for the general Joe or the average bear, however you want to say that, right? So Speaker, Archfiends, they're both 1 mana cards that have lifelink. Speaker does have Vigilance, so if you're throwing something like All That Glitters on it, it does have kind of an advantage there, and the fact that it can create the 4/4 angels. I feel like it has more value than the Archfiends, but sometimes Archfiends Lurrus is just a cool combo. Sentinel's Eyes. Oh right, we don't have it in this deck. I was pretty sure we had it in this deck, but it does give your creature Vigilance, which is really good on things like Hallowed Priest, which can end up getting really big and yada yada yada. Not to mention the fact that you can replay it with Lurrus. Its escape cost is low, so if you don't have the Lurrus, you can still play it back, and it's very cheap. It's only a common. Murder's Rider, if you're not trusting how much removal I have in the deck, here's some more removal alongside some more lifelink. And then last but not least, Indulging Patrician. If you want to double stack with Vito, cool, there are some whatever interactions, but this is mostly for the people that don't have Vito and don't have the rare wild cards to fork out for Vito, knowing that a new set's coming up. So Indulging Patrician, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. So the same as Vito, up to 3. Well, exactly at 3, I guess I should say, because you can't do 2 and do it, but whatever. So very fun deck, very awesome deck. Again, watch all the way through so you get the pro tips, you get the daily question, you get the info, I guess, I don't know. So thanks everybody for watching, hope you enjoy the matches, and now without further ado, we're gonna hop right in. Alrighty, Parsley Welding gonna be our first foe here. I love the Vito, the Heliod, the All That Glitters, but besides that we just have lands. We'll get to go first. I'm gonna keep it. We have the castle locked away, and hopefully if we get tied down into a tight spot we can get out, but we shall see, I guess is what I'm saying at the end of the day. Ooh, Archfiend's Vessel, don't mind if I do. Now, do we follow that up with a Heliod since it can start putting counters on itself? I think so. I think that's the most efficient way. Hateful Eidolon is nice, and we could throw in All That Glitters on Archfiends, which does increase our damage more. Go for the Heliod, even if they remove Archfiends here. It is what it is. Oh, also I should check my mic levels. All good, all good. Alright, so let's see. Parsley Welding, what do you got for me? It's Umori, so it's probably a mutate deck, right? Whew. 2 mana and they just can't make up their mind. Archfiend's Vessel is getting a counter on it, up to a 2/2. A pleasant little 2/2. So what do we got? Sultai Colors up against us. I'm pretty sure it's mutate. 93% sure it's mutate. I think we go Hateful Eidolon first. all that glitters. Let's see, if we go all that glitters, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 makes it 5, 5, down to 14. If we throw Vito down, it's 4 damage. So this is more damage. All right, let's do it. All that glitters, go. Go, go, go. Beautiful. And now if they remove the Archfiend's Vessel, our Hateful Eidolon will trigger us some card draw, right? So that's good. 3 mana. It could be a Murderous Rider, maybe. I don't know if they're playing Mutate. Why have they not played a creature yet? Generally, there's Geese or something. Oh well. Gotta put a counter on Eidolon so we can sort of split our damage up a little bit. Don't want Archfiend. Ah, I see. We don't want Archfiend to take all the glory, right? Gotta spread it out. Spread the wealth, so to speak. Don't get me wrong, I want to play Archon of Sun's Grace. I really, really do. Will it? No, it won't turn on the Heliod. It won't turn it online. I think I'm going for just the Vito. We're definitely going all in. Even if they take the trade with the Slither-Wisp, that's fine. If they do remove Archfiends like so, that's still alright. So we can always just play Archfiends back down. Sure, we lose all that glitters, but if we can hit a Lurrus, then all that glitters gets to come back down. We're still dealing the extra damage. Yeah, Vito doesn't deal life gain like innately, so I'd rather have the damage go to Hateful. Anyways, our opponent is down to 10 life, so we're getting there. And if we can draw 1 mana, oh no, we'd have to draw 1 mana black enchantment, which could deal with Slither Wisp. We do have dead weight in the deck, so you know, if things just turn up Millhouse, we'll be able to get down Archon and destroy their Slither Wisp come this next turn, which would be crazy value. Oh, Hallowed Priest. Well, I don't feel like I need to play Archon right now then, right? I can just sort of swing in and let things happen. Or do I just want to get down the Hallowed Priest so it gets to get some counters on it, huh? If I do that, I'll have 3 mana left over. It's not really enough to do anything. Alright, so we're just going to swing in with the Hateful. And now what we can do after we swing in with Hateful, if it lands, you know, if we get to deal some damage, then we can put that counter on Archfiends, and Archfiends will be big enough to actually deal with Slither Wisp and now Cunning, right? So that's good. They made double block here. If they do, we're taking out the Slither Wisp, right? Because it's the one that draws them cards. Ew. It's a little bit of a yikes. They're about to bounce, probably bounce our Hateful Eidolon. Like, why would they not, right? Yeah. But on the bright side, that gives us a 1 mana black enchantment, just like we wanted for the Archon. So, joke's on you, Buster. Pal. Ooh. I thought that was very clean, personally. Alright, let me see what you got, Parsley. You motherfucking spice. Get it, cause Parsley. Oh, you know, I actually don't really ever use parsley in my cooking. Of course, most of my cooking is like hamburger helper, hamburgers, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches. Like, I can cook, but it's still not very, like, 5-star restaurant. It's like 2-star diner. Anyways, speaking of parsley, you're taking forever. I keep thinking that they're hovering over Heliod because it just has that border around it, but I know they're not because they're not doing anything. Maybe they're just trying to like wait us out. I don't know. There we go. Swing in. Swing all in. Sure. Sure. So we block here. We let the 4/3 go. We actually might let all 6 damage go. Like, what if we do? We go down to 20, so what? Then we swing back with everything? Yeah. Yeah. I'll gain that 6 life back, no problem. If they take out Archon, I'm gonna be a little salty, but we still have the Heliod, so I guess there's that. We'll get to put counters on stuff. We still have the Vito, so we'll still get to deal damage off of our life gain. Batra. Hate you. Not really surprised, though, if I'm being completely honest. You know what? I should have blocked there. Why did I not block there? Vito would have dealt damage. I would have got to put counters on stuff. That's a whole big oopsies for me. Definitely should have blocked. Even if I just chum blocked, I think I should have blocked. Where's my Lurrus at? Huh? Alright, so we are going to go ahead and put life gain on the Vito since it doesn't innately have life gain. This will, 1, deal 3 damage to them, 2, give us counters, right? So you get a counter, and you get a counter, and you get a counter. So they're down to 4. All we need to do now is swing in with our Hallowed Priest, which, you know, we can give life gain to, or our Hateful and our Archfiends, which is why I split them up, or either our Hateful Archfiends, and then we can put life gain on our Serrated. So I tried to really give us, and if they kill our Serrated, we just win because Vito. So we're in a great position as of right now, right? Vito really makes these life gain decks, excuse the shitty pun, but come to life. But right? Because anyways, it's because it allows you to have the damage off of the life, which is, it's insane. You know, you don't even have to focus on your opponent. You just sit back and gain life, make sure you don't die, and Vito's gonna be like, health grenade, and you know. If I was them, I would be looking to remove that Vito like ASAP. But they definitely still have some mutate kicking around up there, don't they? To where they can mutate on the pouncing, bounce something, kill Vito, bounce, Serrated probably. Oh, that sucks because that means they're gonna gain life. No, you really just select my Vito to bounce? What? You better be bouncing everything so they can bounce those 2. Kill 1 still, right? Oh, no, they killed Vito. Okay, alright, that makes sense, yeah. I was looking at the wrong proc. I was like, what? You're crazy. Crazy. But the fact that the back up to 7 health means we're pretty much doomed, if I'd have to say so myself. So they're going to get in for the 4 damage? No, they're going to leave it back. Interesting. Alright, let's get our Scry on. Temple of Silence? No, thank you. If that had been a really good card, I might be a little more tempted to use Castle Lockthwain, but since it's not, it's a hard sell. Now, I could swing in. Serrated is going to deal 2. I think that's actually one of my best routes, is get down Hallowed Priest, try to build it up, and then hope we hit another Vito, right? So here, I do want to swing in so that we don't just get flown over and have our stuff blown up, right? But if we swing in, whatever we swing with is going to die. So let's swing with everything. We'll give life gain to our Serrated Scorpion. If you're going to swing in these instances, swing with everything. Don't just swing with one creature because it's going to die. Trade. Yeah, definitely want to kill the Stone Cool in that scenario. Alright. So our Serrated is big enough now that if we hit a Vito and give it life gain, we're good. But that also would require our opponent to not have any mutate. And we all know how that goes, right? Slither Wisp. Slither Wisp. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Alright, that's GG. MC Hammerheim. Instead of Hammer Time, MC Hammerheim. I like it. And we'll keep this hand. Cause why not? Except for all the tap lands. You know, I'm starting to lean with, I forgot who said it. Who said it. But all the tap lands, they feel a little rough, if I'm being honest. Although Lurrus was a nice draw off of the Myra's Grasp and Deadweight. And we already have 3 mana, so nothing else, we can play that pretty kitty. Another land and it's untapped? Sign me up. Boop. So, is it another Dimir Mutate Flash deck? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't really like you guys. Y'all are some grade A ass wipes, if I'm being honest. Grade A assholes. Get them, Serrated. Fuck their day up. Boop. Now, they might have some counterspell here, or they might just have a flash creature. If I'm gonna lose something, I would rather lose the Vito than the Lurrus, if I'm being honest, so. Vito lands. Does it get Murderous Ridered? Does it get Road to Death? No, it gets Grasp of Darkness. Road. Oh god. I can see the comments now. Alright, MC Hammerheim. Show me what you got. They scryed one to the bottom. That's the sight you always love to see. But they didn't play a card, and that's the sight you always hate to see, right? Okay. Okay. Well, again, we'll just get in with the Serrated. If I gotta chip you all the way down to death, so be it. So freaking be it. Hallowed Priest, go. And we'll end our turn on that note. Nope, just drawing some cards. These Dimir Flash players, they're always so hard to read, mostly because they never spend their mana. Oh. So next turn we're still going to be at 4. That's an All That Glitters. That is an All That Glitters. But it coming down only pluses our creatures up by 1. So I'm just going to swing in with my creatures. Because it's not going to add enough to warrant. Well, shit. Let's put it on the Serrated. Omen of the Sea. So much card draw. Are they playing a Yugen deck where they just like make sure they stay alive until they get Yugen and they're like, you know, I went off the back of him. Scrying 2 to the bottom. Yay. They are looking for something hard. What are they looking for? You think they might be doing the Peer into the Abyss combo? Surely not. They would already had an Underworld Dreams down by now, but they do have a lot of card draw, right? And we haven't seen anything but card draw and removal, so maybe. We're going to try to slide this Owslet in before we attack because it's an enchantment creature that can also protect our creatures, so it's good all around, basically. They're thinking hard because they know that if I get the Owslet down, then I can protect my stuff. Hallowed Priest is the one they choose to take out. Not the one with all that glitters, but the Hallowed Priest. That's great for us. Get them, Serrated. Get thy enemy. And now we can also go with a Lurrus and still have the 1 mana for Owslet. And they use the murder on the Hallowed Priest instead of, you know, Lurrus. So that's good. That's really nice. They blew their load. If you notice that your opponent has, you know, if they're spending the least amount of mana on a creature, they have 5 mana, they're spending 2 mana on a creature, you might want to seriously consider, do you want to kill that 2-mana creature, you know? Maybe you want to wait. Oh, beautiful. We got to untap. That is so nice. Bastion of Remembrance. I mean, I could sacrifice the Owlslet every single turn, but I don't know that it's worth it, but it is an enchantment, so that's good. Does give us an extra creature. We'll leave it. We shall leave it. We do want to get the Hallowed Priest down before we start swinging all in. And I think we should be good to swing all in because we have the Owlslet. Neutralizing the Hallowed Priest. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Given we can just play it right back come next turn, that is definitely a certain way to spend your mana. Sacrifices an enchantment, huh? Well, yeah, that's pretty easy. End our turn. Now, Lurrus is available for the death here, but if we had sacrificed all that glitters, we wouldn't have done as much damage. Actually, I think sacrificing the all that glitters is wiser there, right? So I don't just want to throw down the Owlslet. I want to throw down the Bastion of Remembrance first. No counter spells. Woohoo! Now we'll try for the Owlslet. And it lands. And it's good. All in again, that's 7 damage. Lockmere. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Lockmere. We're gonna say blue. I think it'd be more likely that they'd have like what's it called? If I put them -2, -2, -3, so I only have 1 life. I think that's fine. We're gonna throw the dead weight down. Dead weight. Feel the wrath. Now that Lockmere isn't nearly as scary, right? Alright, MC Hammerheim. Land, and we'll have to hope that they... No, they definitely didn't draw into the land, because otherwise they would have went straight in combat, right? Well, no, they do have the Omen that they could proc as well, so... Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, there they go. Lockmere sacrifice in swamps. Gain some life, draw some cards. That's why Lockmere Serpent is really, really awesome, and I think a little underplayed, you know? I think Lockmere Serpent is better than Dream Trawler, and Dream Trawler played here, there, and everywhere. So, I don't know. I mean, the flying is nice, don't get me wrong, but the ability to just draw cards just like this, not have to swing in, beautiful. The ability to be unblockable, beautiful. The fact that it has flash, the fact that it can come back from the graveyard, like, Lockmere Serpent feels like it should be better than Dream Trawler, right? Feels like it is better than Dream Trawler, I guess I should say. So if I can get the Owlslet down, well, nah. But I still want to go for the Owlslet, don't get me wrong. Hallowed Priest, cool, whatever, but Owlslet allows us to protect our stuff, so it forces our opponent to play whatever they have now, right? Neutralize, fine by me. And we'll get this down on this guy. Hopefully. And that'll make it to where our Serrated Scorpion can actually live. Rewind. Why would you not play Rewind before it neutralizes? That's a bit funky. And we'll just go for a Castle Ardenvale. Do we swing in? I think the answer here is actually no. We can deal 4. Puts them down to 3. Actually, we do swing all in. If they kill Lurrus, they're taking 5 plus 1 from Lurrus dying. They're going down to 1 life. If they block Serrated, they're still very close. So they're going down to 1. That's actually insane. They, like, neither of my creatures can die. Nothing can happen. How would they gain life? Sacrificing more? They don't have any more swamps. Oh man. And Serrated alone swinging in and dying can deal 3, so they at least have to heal 3, right? To get above just 3 life. They can't just heal 2 life, so we'll see if our opponent can come up with what they need. Dismal Backwater could be a good start to have another one. No, it's an island. And one final card. What is it? If it's a bounce spell for Serrated, that's bad. If it's Yugen, that's fucking horrible. Horrible. This is why all things are sad, and I can't have fun. You get your opponent so far down, and they're like, no. Yugen says nay. Alright, whatever. We have a Castle Ardenville. It's not all over. It's not over until the fat lady sings. And she ain't singing shit yet. Yugen is going to deal damage to us as expected. That's right, I have a Castle Ardenville. You can't swing in with Lockmere or it will be your ass. Your ass will be grass. Do we have any more? How many bastions have we been through? Just the one, right? I guess there's no way of me really telling. Just one? Yeah. No way of me telling. You're a silly chance. Do they have some kind of life gain that I don't know about, or am I just about to win off the Castle Ardenville? If I can get a Bastion, of course. Okay, come on. Everybody cross your fingers. Bastion. No, that's not a Bastion. That's not it at all. But we can cycle. And this is why the triumphs are okay. That's not a Bastion either. Fuck. Okay. Well, opponent's back up to 2 life, and I'm extremely frustrated. Bye-bye to the 1-1, 13, 15 to the face. Oh. Orzhov, oh Orzhov. And I'm certain that there's... Righto. I'm not happy. I am not happy. If they get that Ugin to 10, it's over. We have to pull the answer this turn. We absolutely, hands down, must pull the answer this turn. You know the shitty thing? We can't. I don't think we have an answer in our deck. If we pull Vito... No, if we pull Vito, we can win. If we pull Vito, we can win. If we pull Vito or some kind of removal for the Lockmere, right? Because we... Bruh. Come on! They are playing good. I just hate the fact... Oh, and another... Alright, GG. We tried our asses off for those 2 games, and